everybody, and welcome back to Time to Go. Bob here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a watch that at first glance appears to be quite simple in design, and in fact it's actually packed with some very interesting technologies, making it anything but another plain Jane watch. The watch we're going to be taking a look at today is the DA34 by DAMASKO. I've had a couple of Zinn watches on the channel. You guys, if you look back through some of my past videos, you can find those. And I find that some of these German companies are really pushing the boundaries when it comes to watch tech, and all the while maintaining very wearable watches with fairly affordable prices for what you're getting. So let's spin the camera around. We'll take a closer look at the DA34. So just quickly before we get into the watch, there's a few options if you're thinking of picking one of these up. Just want to run through some of those with you. First of all, there are several different dial color options for you guys. What I'll do is I'm going to leave a link to the DA34 page on the DAMASKO site so you can check those out. Some really nice looking dials. There are two different case finishes, including the bead blasted case we have here, as well as a black PVD case. It looks really great. There's three strap options. We have a rubber strap. There's a steel bracelet, which I think would be my choice of buying new. I picked this up on the pre-owned market, and the third option is the leather that we have on this particular watch. I can't attest to the other options, but the leather strap is a great quality pairing for this watch. It's a padded leather strap, and you're going to see a lot of that blue sheen from the AR coating here, but it's a padded leather strap. It has some really nice red stitch work, but there's also a second run of black stitch work at the outer edge of the strap. On the backside is a very soft leather with this little tab here. It prevents any metal from the buckle touching your skin, making this one of the more comfortable straps I've ever worn. The buckle, by the way, is made from the same bead blasted ice hardened steel as the case, and I'm going to talk a bit more on that here in a minute. The other thing I like is how the strap just juts out just past the lug opening, which is 20 millimeters, and it matches up with the outer edges of the lugs. The watch itself has a case width of about 40.5 millimeters. Lug to lug is 48 millimeters. We have a thickness of just over 12 millimeters. We have sapphire crystal with AR coating on both sides and a 100-meter water resist. It's actually resistant to negative pressure as well, which for most people doesn't really matter, but if you happen to be in a plane that loses cabin pressure all of a sudden, then your crystal will hopefully stay in this watch. The movement here is an ETA 2836-2, which from my understanding is regulated, and on wrist it's gained just under 3 seconds over 24 hours against one of my G-Shocks. As far as the tech goes, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to touch on some of it, but after researching the watch, I think I'm going to do a separate video on DAMASKO tech in general. Some of the patents they hold and technologies they've come up with, I think are worth their own video, so look out for that at some point in the future. The biggest and to me the most important piece of tech here is the case material. DAMASKO first of all makes their cases in-house and was actually a case supplier to Zinn at one point in time. The case is made from nickel-free ice-hardened steel. The process makes their cases about 4 times the hardness of typical steel cases, and in fact the same hardened steel is also used in jet turbine bearings, helicopter rotor bearings, medical instruments, a variety of other items requiring that extra hard material. The watch has anti-magnetic and shock-resistant technologies. It's just an overall well-executed design. If you look at the side profile here, and I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can get a closer look at the finish, but if you look at the side profile, we have a very nice bead blasted finish, a nice dip down of the lugs. And again, this watch has been fairly well used. It's again a pre-owned watch, and I've been wearing it for about a month now, and it looks like it's absolutely mint. We have drilled lugs for easy strap changes. On the opposite side here, we have a signed crown, which is protected by crown guards. It's a good sized crown too, making it very easy to grip and turn. There's actually even quite a bit of tech in the crown, including a patented self-lubricating cell, making it very smooth to use. If you check out their site on the bottom of the home page, there's a section on DAMASKO technologies. I'm going to leave a link in the description. It's worth a look. The case back, if we take a quick look here, is very simple. It's to the point with the model number and a few specs on the watch. And again, overall, I just love the look of the case. I love the fact that it is such a durable material. The dial is a flat black, again quite utilitarian in look, although having a bit of personality with that pop of red on the second hand and the hour marker at 12 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's applied or just painted on really thick, but the red hour marker is raised and kind of rounded, giving it a nice look versus a flat printed on marker. Even the white hour markers are applied pretty heavily with Lume for a little bit of added depth to the dial. The minute track logo and crosshairs are printed on, and a small detail that I think often gets overlooked is the day date on the watch. Instead of being directly beside the 3, it's actually just below. To do this, they'd need to offset the print work on the day and date wheel just that little bit to make it straight across in this position. When you combine those little details like that along with the tech, it starts to add up to a great watch to me. We've got some pretty good Lume here too, by the way, so let's hit the lights and check that out. So just a quick Lume shot here. No major complaints at all with the exception of the hour marker at 12. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to tell, but there is Lume in that hour marker. It is very dim. I do appreciate the fact that you can at least tell the orientation of the watch in the dark though. So I think that's all I wanted to cover for today with the DA34. Again, I'll likely do a video on the brand itself and some of their patented technologies here later this spring. Before I let you go though, let's take a quick look on wrist. So the watch not only packs a lot of punch tech-wise, and I apologize guys because I feel like I've used the word tech a lot in this video, but it also just really wears nice on the wrist. Sometimes, at least for me, once a watch hits a certain price point, I'm a little concerned about the potential for damaging it. The hardened steel just gives me that nice bit of a peace of mind with that. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Could see myself definitely exploring some other offerings from them in the future. So that's it, guys. Let's head back to the desk and wrap up today's video. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed checking out the DAMASKO DA34 with me today. Really cool watch from a very interesting company. Hopefully we can get some more from them in on the channel at some point in the future. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.